our next match. Oh, come on, StarCraft, load. There you go, buddy. There you go, buddy. Alright, our next match. Spawning in the top right of Whirlwind. He's going to try to keep his team in this set. It's our Teal Protoss player. It's Trumpet. And his opponent, spawning in the bottom left, playing for green, playing for Team Extraterrestrials, going to try to clinch the series in second place for the community team of Extraterrestrials. It's the green Terran player, it's Trombone Ham. So this is what am I saying? Clearly, I know what happens in this match because I played on it, but whatever. It's been a long time, so I know there were some disasters. And it was a decent match, so we will see how it rolls. Both players are pretty good at spamming APM, holy hell. That's a little silly. That's a little much. Spam so hard. That's how you know you're pro. When you can spam like that when it doesn't matter. That is the definition of pro. And I'm going to sit here and rib him about how E-flat trumpet is a better trumpet than just B-flat trumpet, but actually E-flat trumpet is terrible, so... Oh. Sorry. Yes. Sorry. Texting is much more important in this game, clearly. Anyway. tbham, going to be ballsy. It is a 4-player map, so he's going to go for CC first. It's a 4-player map, and it's the biggest map in the pool. Well, in the pool for CTL at least. I think one of the new maps for the ladder is bigger, but whatever. And Trumpet is playing for the standard, going for double gas on 15, so he could opt to go for some Stargate play or something else tech all in E if he so wished, but we will see what he decides to do with that. No proxying yet. He's just kind of scouting around, trying to find out where Trombone is. Not in the bottom right here, so there's that. tbham, meanwhile, he has gone CC first, adding on his first barracks here. I think that was a little bit late, actually, because I'm a genius. Yeah, this game is shaping up to maybe go for a long time, or maybe be over very, very quickly. Only 2 on each of these gases, so this is probably just going to be an expansion play for Trumpet. Again, since this is such a huge map, there's not many reasons not to expand quickly. He hasn't even gone for his Zealot yet, so expect to see him as soon as he gets in and confirms what's going on. He does see the CC is already down, so he knows that obviously came first before anything else, and 2 racks only up. Actually, he didn't see the second one. He didn't go and check for any gases at all, so this could be something completely different, but oh well. He's okay with just leaving. And what's this probe doing? 1 stalker going to be coming out, and this probe is, I don't know, going off in La La Land. But, oh, still no expansion yet from Trumpet. It's somewhat surprising. I would have expected to see one relatively quickly. He hasn't been chronoing much outside of just workers, so looks like he's probably going to be trying to just put on some pressure with a couple early units and his mothership core. Given that the rally is... Where is the rally? It's all the way across the map. That's where it is. Yeah. He's just going to try to put some pressure on with these units, but bunker is already up. These 2 barracks are going to be starting to pump out some Marines. Only 2 up at the moment. One's going to be scatting around for, well, this probe, but this probe is not down here, so the scout won't do too much. So mothership core and stalker are pushing across the map. No other units just yet. 1 more gateway comes down for Trumpet, and he has in fact expanded behind this, so he is looking to just put a little bit of pressure on while expanding himself, hoping that TB has forgotten to put up a bunker or something. And Marine, I was trying to take the watchtower, is taken out. Another Marine was scouting around and try to get taken out by this stalker here, but no luck for it. Both players just going to continue to macro up. Robo facility coming out for Trumpet, so that will be the tech path of choice, at least to start for him. 3 gateways and a Robo expansion. So this is as macro focused as possible. Trombone's money is climbing quite high here, but he did get in and he did see... Oops, that's not who I wanted to click on. He did get in and see that this was here, so he knows he's going to be safe from any sort of all-in for just a little bit at least. And with the money and the sweet supply box he's getting, yes, there's going to be a 3rd CC coming down for Trombone at 640. So, and a handful of Marines going to try to push across the map here. It looks like Or maybe just take the watchtower. Looks like they're going to push across the map and see what's going on over here. But a good amount of stalkers, and this Mothership Corps already has enough energy for an overcharge, so these Marines aren't really going to be able to do anything once they get in. But oh well. Stim is on the way for Trombone. 2 reactors also on the way, and just some more Marines coming out. And yeah, that's about it. A couple more gas gushers going to be coming in for Trombone. Still, this money is super, super high for him. Gonna want to work on that. Work on that macro. Marine's gonna pop in here and yeah. Oh, high 4 stalkers. Gonna try to get 1 stalker kill. Does get 1, but overcharge goes down, and yeah, these Marines are done for. 3 stalkers and 4 Marines plus an overcharge. Yeah. Goes ahead and just forfeits those. No point in bothering with that anymore. So, not the greatest of trades for him there, but he did force the overcharge. That's nice for any like super quick drops are going to get in. He's not going to have a second overcharge later on in the game if he wanted one for both his main and his natural if drops were in the way. Nice observer placement at Trumpet, just making sure to have an observer at the obvious drop spots, and also another observer moving across the map here. Actually, a Twilight Council is coming down, so there's not going to be a Robo Bay and immediately into Twilight Council, so it looks like it's going to be straight into the Templar rather than going for any like any Colossus early to keep himself safe. TB with a nice scan there. It's going to see exactly that. Sees the double forge and still no Robo facility, or Robo Bay, excuse me. And the Twilight Council, it kind of screams that something's going to be happening. Double Engineering Bay also down for Trombone. Just now getting his factory and starport added on, and 1 more barracks being added on as well. But 47 of 44 workers right now. Both players are just straight up economy focused, not caring too much about anything else as it stands for the moment. 1 turret going down at the natural. No turrets yet in the main. Kind of a safety turret for DTs, I imagine. All Trombone saw was this Twilight Council. He didn't see that this Temple Archives is up just yet. Hasn't yet seen that. So Trombone's going to want to take his 3rd base relatively quickly, so he can start getting that gas, so he can start adding on ghosts whenever he does find out that this Templar Archives is incoming. But for the time being, just both players upgrading and backing up as hard as they possibly can. 56 to 49 workers right now, and Trumpet going for this 3rd base relatively quickly. He hasn't seen to move out. He hasn't seen like a bunch of barracks added on, so he feels probably pretty safe taking that base at the moment. But there's not much really in the way of army units back here for Trumpet. He does have charge almost completed, and Storm's on the way and will be done by the time anything really gets to him. But if these medevacs were probably 30 seconds earlier, Trumpet would be in a world of hurt. But as it stands, it looks like he's gonna get out of this pretty nicely, and be a-okay in that regard. Let's see what's going on here. 2 medevacs popping up finally for Trombone. +1/+1 about to finish up with Combat Shield as well. Army's going to finish up a decent time and hopefully go straight into 2-2. Go straight into 2-2. Make me proud. Make me proud, me. You can do it. Nope. There he goes. Straight into 2-2 almost. So despite Chrono, despite having the engineering base a little bit slower than for Trumpet's forges, Trombone's not going to be too far behind in upgrades. It is super easy to get behind in upgrades. Actually, 1 drop is moving out. Actually, 2 drops are moving out here for Trombone. But I believe that first drop was seen by this pylon. There is a cannon and 1 Templar back here. A couple Templar in the main or natural base as well. And this observer as well will likely be able to spot this. So this drop on the left won't be able to get too much done necessarily. But drop in the natural is moving in already. And they started to drop there, and actually tbham is dropping at the 3rd base location where there is no defense just yet. All the army is moving over to the 3rd base, but these 2 Templar here with Storm are just going to storm this entire section here, and plus overcharge is going to push that away pretty quickly. tbham picking up from the 3rd base and moving into the natural. Nice feedback from Trumpet, but the cannon is a little too far away to snipe off the rest of that medevac, so a few units do get out doing what they can, but not a whole lot done there for Trombone. Looking at resources lost, it's relatively even at the moment, but he lost 2 medevacs. I think he lost both of those medevacs there. I forgot how you get to Shift L. There we go. Shift L. Only lost 1 of the medevacs, but still a medevac and 2 medevacs worth of units at this stage of the game is a bit of a big deal. No Ghosts around the field just yet. Ghost Academy just now going to be finishing up here. And that's definitely going to be something Trombone's going to need to fight against this composition that Trumpet has at the moment. Army supply right now is way, way, way in favor of Trombone. 91 to 50 in racked overall supply. 153 to 103 supply. And this huge army is moving across the map here. 2-2 is just about finished for Trombone. It doesn't look like he cares. He's just going to push in without 2-2. And had he waited for 2-2, this engagement would go a lot better for him. But actually, as it stands, he's going to get a lot done here. But Zealous was +2. Charge Zealots, for that matter, with +2, do a whole lot of damage to Bio, especially when they only have +1/+1. And despite the massive army disadvantage, Trumpet holds it off very, very easily. Upgrades are a bitch. That's all there is to it. 2-2 has finished up for both players now, and 3-3 is already on the way for Trumpet. No 3-3 just yet for Trombone. Trying to squeeze out Ghosts as he can, adding on another CC over at his third base here, as well as a bunker and a turret in this base, trying to keep things safe, but 10 Templar at a time. Oops, that's interesting. 10 Templar being warped in at a time for Trumpet. That's a whole lot of Archons and a lot of Storms will be coming in, and with 0 Ghosts just yet, only, actually, I think, yeah, only 1 on the way. I thought a couple I may have just popped, but no. And this army is now moving across the map, and it's going to be +2/+2 against +2/+2, but Trombone doesn't really have much in the way of dealing with these Templar here. Ghost would be amazing at the moment because he'd be able to EMP this entire army and just get rid of half their health immediately, because that's all that Zealots are. And Trumpet is going to move in and try to take out this Planetary before it finishes. Planetary just now finishes up. Gonna try to repair it. It dies way, way faster than he would hope. Scan coming down from TV. Doesn't want to get caught out by these Templar that are moving up. Sending a small portion of his army forward. Baits out 2 Storms there for not much of his army. Another Storm not really catching much, and another Storm really not getting all that much. So the armies are forced back, but a lot of Templar are being sniped out here by Trombone. Relatively for free, but still a lot of money and not a lot of production from Trombone right now. Sitting at a much larger bank in terms of minerals and gas, and there's actually a drop over here in Trumpet's natural. Forces all these workers away, and this main army is going to try to, actually this is not much of an army here for Trombone. He needs to get out of here as fast as he possibly can, and hopefully he will do so, but this drop is maybe going to kill this base. This drop has killed that base. A single drop just killed an entire base with not really much there at all. A bunch of Ghosts up here on the high ground now for Trombone, but if he's paying attention or not, and these Ghosts are going to move in position and get some EMPs down, gets the money EMP on the 1 Templar that's left, and if all these Archons over here were not with the main army, that was a bit of a blunder there, but they did manage to not get EMP, so that helps. But still, 3 Archons against this much of a Bioforce. However, these Archons do have 3-3. Actually, Trumpet is at 3-3, and still 3-3 is not even on the way yet for Trombone. Kind of a big mistake there, trying to add on some CCs instead of adding on 3-3 for some reason. Oh goodness. Okay, good. I'm still not muted. That's always good. Paying attention to this game, and I forget to actually look if I'm muted or not. Double drop moving across the map for Trombone. Hopefully to do a lot more damage. This natural still has not been remade, so Trumpet is only on really 1 base, and a lot of workers are sitting idle, and only 2 patches left in the main with all of these workers on it, so his income is really, really suffering at the moment. But his gas is still pretty high, so he's able to add on a lot of Templar. And how many Ghosts are there? There are 5 Ghosts over here, so it's not that much. There's not really that many Ghosts, but a scan there from Trombone. He sees where the army is. Gonna try to get his Templar in there, and a couple good EMPs. Not really. EMP only got a little bit of that. 1 feedback, but EMPs on all of those Templar there, and Trombone is forcing engagement, but a nice Storm, the 1 Storm that Trumpet had left, takes out a bunch of Bio, and again, upgrades. Upgrades are a good unit. 3, that's a lot of 3-3 Archons. That is 10 3-3 Archons against not much for Trombone, and these Archons are just going to rip through things. There is this double drop over here that's going to be taking up this base right now, it seems, but this is kind of turning into a really strange base race, and all of these SCVs get completely slaughtered there. 27 workers killed to 22 workers killed, but another base has died for Trumpet. But will Trombone be able to actually hold off? He's got a few ghosts over here, so that's going to help against all these Archons, but that is 9 Archons right now against really not that much for Trombone. But those Archons are going to have to go home since there's no mining base now. Trumpet is not mining. He's no mineral income. Very, very little gas income at the moment. And this Bioforce is still moving in here, killing a bunch more workers here. So we're at 51, 53, 55 workers killed to 23 right now. But finally this army does get back and takes out those 2 drops. 2 medivacs do get away, but that's a lot of damage done. And most of Trombone's production is still intact. CCs are floating around. The CC is going to land. Once the CCs land, being able to drop the Mule Hammer is going to be a big deal. But 3-3 is finally on the way. A lot of idle SCVs also, but idle SCVs are a lot better than long distance mining probes, so that is okay. But still, this is a scary, scary army right now for Trumpet, and with just a lot of gas and not much in the way of minerals for TB, he's kind of in a bad way. And actually, all these Archons are moving here, but these Ghosts are going to maybe flank, get a couple EMPs off. Oh, huge blanket EMPs. Only 1 or 2 Archons survive without getting 3 EMPs. A nice flank from Storm there, and actually a lot of units just... There's not much left here for Trombone. Again, 3-3 is such a good unit, especially when it's 3-3 Archons. Trombone, just not many units here. 3 Marauders, 3 Marines, and a bunch of SCVs, and actually Trombone are going to be pulling these SCVs, and SCVs are actually pretty good against Immortals, so this isn't the worst of situations, and still a good amount of production in the way. 10 Marines at a time, a couple Marauders pumping out all at the same time, so all those just popped. That army is completely dead, and it's 47 supply to 28 supply in favor of Trombone here. And still, no extra base yet from Trumpet. He put everything he had into making an army, made another Zealot, made another Archon, just kind of hoping that there is nothing left for Trombone. But again, this Mule Hammer here, a bunch of mules over here, a bunch of mules over here, a bunch of mules just expired. So income is a big deal right now. Even medevacs are being popped out by Trombone, so he is kind of okay here. Archon and Zealot going to be popping in, and they're going to run into a lot of bio. There is no medevac right now, but that much bio doesn't really care. And it is 3-3 bio finally, and that is the last of Trumpet's army units. And Trumpet is going to call the GG there. There you have it. Trombone manages to take this series for iXT. So second place will go to iXT, third will go to CGC. Still have 2 sets to cast, which I will do because they are there and everybody deserves to be cast regardless if it matters or not. So I will get into that. So we'll see what the final score actually ends up being. Still have Eclipse and whoever the heck he played, Gallimafurry or something like that, and Sonic and Galleon to go. Stick around.